Thinking Aloud. Conversations on the leading edge of knowledge and discovery with psychologist Jeffrey Mishlove.
Let me ask you this question. As a psychologist, I have sort of a leaning toward the work of Carl Jung. And I'm pretty sure Jung would say, looking back at the polytheistic religions, that these are all projections from the human psyche. They are archetypal energies. We're not really talking about autonomous entities, except to the extent that archetypes themselves function autonomously within the collective unconscious.
Right. Well, from the modern polytheist viewpoint, we understand deities, spirits, heroes, etc., whatever their classification is, to be independent, individual, volitional, non-corporeal beings. Archetypes are something that come into the picture, but oftentimes, think of it this way. If you are dealing with Zeus, and you say, oh, well, there's a thunder god in another culture and his name is Thor. Or there's a head of pantheon deity in another culture and his name is Baal. You can kind of look at those archetypal jobs, but that doesn't actually get you into relationship with the deity. That's what modern polytheists are interested in, is developing relationships.
A personal relationship.
Right.
Much the way a Christian might want to have a personal relationship with Christ.
Right. Or to put it in kind of entirely human terms that everyone can probably understand, you could go to your corner drugstore and deal with pharmacist. But it's much nicer to deal with, you know, George Jones, who has 3 children and enjoys cricket games and that kind of a thing. That's where the real connections come in. It's some people in modern polytheism and in modern paganism and so forth do deal with deities on a strictly archetypal level. I would consider myself being kind of a mega polytheist. The more poly, the better. I consider archetypes to be a whole other class of divine beings.
Okay.
So they just the feature of them is that they are a role rather than an individual personality. You can relate to the role. You can get a lot out of relating to the role. And the role can syncretize with other types of deities. So Father God could be Zeus. Thunder God could also be Zeus. Mother Goddess could be any number of things, any number of goddesses from a number of cultures. What those do, this is I think one of the major disagreements that a lot of modern polytheists would have with Jungians and Joseph Campbell and various others, is that it's the particularity. It's the individual characteristics that really are what you build a relationship on, just as with any human relationship.